Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Bring It Back. This being a show where I talk about TV shows that were canceled and or short-lived that I would like to see get brought back in some shape or form. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about a CBS show called Golden Boy. Now, I thought this was like a really interesting crime drama, police procedural show, because basically it's like you learning this cop story like as he rose through the ranks, but you kind of see in reverse, because because the character was played by Theo James. I want to say his character was like in the future he's like a high-ranking officer, so maybe police commissioner or something like that, or I think it was actually he was running for mayor, or either he was the mayor, but basically you were learning about his rise to power. I think it was like basically the story was like set 7 years into the future, and you learn like how he went from like a beat cop to like becoming a detective, because he works with Chi McBride's character. It's kind of that thing of like old school meets new school, of like, okay, he joins up with his partner who's very like, oh, I'm old school, I've been doing this a while, I'm gonna instill you with my wisdom. It's like Theo James' character was kind of like that young hot blood of like, oh yeah, like I think I've got it all figured out. But like it was a really interesting partnership that they had, because obviously they didn't get along at first, but eventually like this companionship and this friendship and this partnership kind of gets created. And even, you know, reflecting back on it, he's like, yeah, those lessons I learned from it. And like I said, it was an interesting premise for a show, because you're getting someone's story told. Like you're constantly like flashing to the future, because like the entire show is essentially a flashback of just like stories throughout his life. Sadly, the show only lasted for one season. I want to say the show came out in 2014. I can't remember. All I remember though is, without spoiling it, it ends on a major cliffhanger. That like, because at the very end of it, it's like because the entire story, I think, is like someone doing like a piece on him, like a reporter or something's doing a piece on him. So that's like the entire premise of the show, is him retelling his life. Like I said, it was a really, because I think it's like I think the reason why it's called Golden Boy, because I think he also comes from a very well-off family, I think. But also it's just because he was kind of painted as being like this golden boy of like, oh, look at because he kind of got special treatment. He kind of rose through like going from like beat cop to like a detective like pretty soon. So that automatically got him a little flack from other cops. It was just, like I said, it was just an interesting premise of a show. Like I said, it only lasted like one season. I want to say it might have been like 12, 13 episodes. I don't think it was like a very long season either, but I was just kind of bummed that it never got more episodes, or, you know, more life as a show. So obviously, like I said, I think this was in 2014, obviously, so it's been like 6 years. So obviously at this point, very unlikely to do anything with it, but I think it'd be, I don't know. It's a premise I would like someone to do something with that. I don't know. It's a show that's probably like a one and done. Like, yeah, there's never going to be anything done with that. But I think, I don't know. Like, you could, I don't know, reboot it in some shape or form. But I don't know. I don't know if there's enough demand for this show for people to be like, yeah, reboot it or not. But it's just, it's an interesting premise of a show, like especially crime drama wise, that I think would be an interesting thing to see, kind of get like a second chance. But like I said, like I'm sure I'm like one of the few people out there, like maybe even years ago people might have been pining for it. Like they're like, oh, bring this show back, uncancel it. I don't know that for sure, but you know, at this point I'm probably the only one talking about it. But still, it was a show that I really liked, that I was like, I wish had more life. So, but really, that's all I want to talk about. To the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.